Title is proportion, and we're going to be looking at how to use the unitary method to calculate proportion. Equipment required for this lesson: pen and paper, pencil and a calculator. Okay, unitary method. So 3 packets of crisps weigh 90 grams. How much does 1 packet weigh? Now we touched on the unitary method in the currency conversion lesson. Okay, it means getting it down to work out how much 1 is worth. Okay, so in this instance, how much does 1 packet weigh? Then we can work out any amount. Okay, if we know how much 1 is weighing, then we can work out how much 100 would weigh, how much 50 would weigh. Okay, so if 3 packets weigh 90 grams, we want to know how much 1 packet weighs. Well, from 3 packets to 1 packet, we have divided by 3. So we need to do the same thing to the weight. Alright, so if you divide the number of packets by 3, then we need to divide the number of the weight by 3 as well. So 90 grams divided by 3, so 1 packet weighs 30 grams. Once we know the weight of 1 packet, we can work out the weight of any number of packets, because all we will do is multiply the number of packets by 30 grams. Okay, unitary method step by step. Okay, so first step is we find the value of 1 unit by dividing by how many they've given you. Okay, and then we can multiply by the amount that we need. So find the value of the amount of unit you need by multiplying. Okay, so let's say I had 5 apples, okay, and they cost me £10. So my first step is I'm going to find how much 1 apple costs. Now to get from 5 apples to 1 apple, I divided by 5. So I'm going to divide my amount by 5 as well. So 1 apple is worth 10 divided by 5 is 2. So 1 apple is worth £2. Now let's say I wanted to know how much 12 apples cost. Now because I know that 1 apple costs £2, I can just do 2 times 12, which is £24. Okay, once you work out the value of 1 unit, you can work out the value of any amount of units. Okay, copy this quick example out and then move on. Okay, 7 rulers cost £2.10. What would be the cost of 3 rulers? Again, we're going to follow our step-by-step unitary method. So we're going to work out the value of 1 ruler first. So 7 rulers cost £2.10. We divide by 7 to work out the cost of 1 ruler. So £2.10 divided by 7 is 30p. Okay, so 1 ruler costs 30p. We want to know how much 3 rulers cost. So we're going to do 30p times by 3. Okay, 3 rulers cost 90p. Copy this example out and then move on. Okay, Amy bought 17 footballs for a total cost of £50 and 83 pence. James bought 11 footballs. The cost of each football bought by Amy and James was the same. Work out how much James paid for his 11 footballs. So Amy bought 17. The cost of one of them is the same as how much James paid for one. Okay, so we're going to use the unitary method again. So 17 footballs cost £50.83. So how much does 1 football cost? I divide 17 footballs by 17 to get 1 football. So I'm going to use my calculator and divide £50.83 by 17. Okay, when I do this, I get 1 football is worth £2.99. Okay, we want to know how much James paid for 11 footballs. Okay, so from 1 football to 11 footballs, we times by 11. So £2.99 times by 11 is £32.89. So James paid £32.89 for the 11 footballs that he bought. Copy this example out and move on. Okay, if you're in set 4, I want you to do 1 question from red and then the green question. If you're in set 5, I want you to do both the questions in red. Once you are done, take a picture and upload it onto class charts.